So I got curious. Does your choice of wax make a difference to your homemade fire starter? I'm going to take a page from the candle maker's book and I'm going to look at different waxes and how they affect fire starters.
How a candle burns is pretty cool. Strike that. How a candle burns is very interesting. So solid wax doesn't burn. Liquid wax doesn't burn. If it did, this whole candle would be engulfed in flame pretty quickly. Instead, what has to happen is the flame here at the wick has to melt the wax, then it has to vaporize the wax, and what happens is as that vapor rises, it hits its flash point here at the flame, and that vapor is what's burning. The same thing is true with your fire starters.
In terms of their melting points from highest to lowest for these fire starters, we have carnauba wax, beeswax, paraffin wax, and soy wax. Now we'll see how they perform. These were all made the exact same way. A cotton disc soaked in petroleum jelly and then double dipped in the wax. Part of the reason these are double dipped is the carnauba wax cracked and flaked as it was drying and actually pulled away from the cotton round on the inside. So I wanted to make sure they were fully coated and waterproof. So our carnauba round is 12 grams. Beeswax has slightly lighter. Paraffin coming in the same as the beeswax. Soy wax coming in the same as the carnauba wax. Carnauba wax, beeswax, paraffin wax, and then soy wax. Here we go. Our soy wax is lagging seriously behind here at 5 minutes. (350 centigrade, 664 degrees for the carnauba wax. (304 centigrade for the beeswax, 580 degrees Fahrenheit. We got there 335 degrees centigrade, 635 degrees Fahrenheit for the paraffin, 204 degrees centigrade for the soy wax, 399 degrees Fahrenheit. (770 degrees Fahrenheit for the carnauba wax, which is 414 degrees centigrade. Oop! There we go. Finally got a good shot there. (470 degrees centigrade for the paraffin, which is 878 degrees Fahrenheit. (429 degrees Celsius for the soy wax, which is 805 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's all fairly consistent. Alright, the paraffin flamed out first in this round at 12 minutes 43 seconds. Alright, the soy is out at 14:48, 14 minutes 48 seconds. But it did take it quite a bit longer to get ramped up than the paraffin did, so those seem fairly comparable. Okay, the carnauba went out at 1724. The beeswax was just barely hanging on though. I think there might be a slight difference because the beeswax looks as if it's tilted a little bit more. Alright, and the beeswax is out at 1806. So did we learn anything? Well, one thing I think we learned is carnauba wax is really crackery and flaky and brittle, so probably not the best material to use for a fire starter. Beeswax had a harder feel than the soy wax, which can be kind of oily on your skin. And the beeswax also seemed to burn a little bit longer and more intensely than the paraffin or the soy wax. I can think of a couple ways that I would change this to eliminate some variables that may have affected how each of these discs burned. If you can think of any, put them in the comments below, please. Hope you had fun. Thank you.